Ooh, yeah! Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big Daddy Bugs, and my co-host,
What?
Hello!
I don't know, bro. Got a rhythm to it, though. Okay. Hey. Hey.
And Alfred the Brazilian clapping guy. And you stumbled upon Thegrowunderthestairs Strain Hunting Edition. Let's get into it. Yeah! I know y'all was hurting the next day from all that twerking.
That wasn't twerking. That was.
That was twerking.
Alfred, have more respect. I'm 44. I don't twerk.
Okay, Alexa,
Bro.
what does twerking mean?
Come on, man.
Twerking is a type of dancing in which the person bends low and moves their bottom and hips.
Yeah, I was twerking.
Nah, fam. Then you part of it too, then.
Don't bring that shit over here, dog. What you mean? You was dancing too. I'm just clapping, man. Alexa ain't say nothing about no upper body movement.
Nah, get out of here. You was hip thrusting, son.
What? No, I ain't got no hips.
Well, listen, you can keep blinding yourself, because coming up, week number 8 of Flower is in fact upon us, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we've gotten some beautiful colors and size to display, and we will be showcasing some of that for you in this video. Let's pin a couple of plants against each other and see who wins. Also, Fur Rendezvous is happening here in Alaska. It's one of the biggest winter festivals they have here.
Is she wearing a fucking wolf?
So you know Dan and I had to go check that out, and of course we got some footage of that for you.
Nah, fam, that's the whole carcass.
It is, man. We have footage of a man wearing a whole bear coming up too.
Help the bear!
Of course, also gonna have an update for you on the 2x2 trellis plant that we have upstairs in my room. Getting some real nice size on that. And the new segment for this season called My Genetics in the Wild. That's when we showcase the footage that you've sent to me growing my genetics at your home. And some bad jokes for comedic relief, some cats for that cuteness overload.
Oh, let me pinch his cheeks.
And you got our channel. So if this is your first time here,
kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
Sure.
Party on down to the escape beat. Just get
good song.
Just get
Yeah, starting downstairs in Real story, man. I lived in Harlem when that song came out. I didn't know English yet, but I thought the lead singer was pretty. So I hung a poster. That's my first poster of a girl I've ever hung up. Was for the group Escape. That's a fact.
Is that when your mom found out you were gay?
Alfred, stop playing.
Your friends putting up Tupac posters, you putting up Escape. I'm just saying.
Stop playing. Yo.
There's nothing wrong with being gay, fam.
There's not, but it's...
Just say it.
What? Bro, I'm not.
Did you want to be the 5th member of Escape?
Why we even talk about
You
this?
did.
No.
You did.
I showed the humidifier.
Manuela would have been your name.
Because as we get to the end of Flower and the nugs get...
Manuela from Escape.
Because as we get to the end of Flower and those nugs
Would have
fatten
been
up,
the Spanish boy girl in the group.
humidity sometimes does become an issue.
You know when you get that sex reassignment procedure,
Hey, yo.
the new vagina has no humidity.
Yo, my man.
Bars.
Yo, Alfred, you gonna get me canceled, son.
Can't cancel the real.
You need to relax, bro. Anyway, I used to try to control humidity
Which your new vagina won't have.
with small intent dehumidifiers. However, I found that those really don't work that well. So for the last 2 seasons, I've been using a whole room dehumidifier.
Which your new vagina won't need.
Hey, you need to chill for real.
What I say?
Cause yo, it's like 4 minutes into the video, we ain't saying nothing.
No. You ain't saying nothing. I just gave a whole TED talk on sex reassignment surgery.
Yes, we move on.
Move on from what? We ain't even started.
To the Flying Hawaiian crossed with Orangecello. Now all of the genetics that we created on last season are crossed with the Orangecello. And you will see the Orangecello by itself later on in this video. But the Flying Hawaiian, which this particular plant is crossed with, comes to us from Belize.
I believe I could fly.
We ran the Flying Hawaiian by itself on season 10 and 11 of this show. And in both of those seasons, we noted just how similar this is to the PC21, which is also from Belize. They were so similar that originally I just wanted to keep one of the two. But since I couldn't make up my mind, I ended up breeding with both of them. Which is why in this video, we're going to be taking out both of those plants. We have 2 versions of each and we're going to be comparing them. So again, the first version of Flying Hawaiian on screen right now. As discussed in the start of this video, all of these plants are about to reach week number 8 of flower. So it should be a pretty fair comparison. I normally chop around weeks 9 and 10 of flower. So officially for the next week or 2 of flower for these plants, I will only be feeding water. No more nutrition for these babies.
Hey, sir, are you down with the gun?
That is down with the gun as we move on. to where some of that beef footage you will be seeing in this video comes from.
Are they posing for you?
They are, yeah.
Looks like they knew you had an escape poster in your room back in the day.
Grow up, Alfred. So this is Fur Rondy, as referred to by the local, for Rendezvous if you're from out of town, of course. And it's a winter festival held here in Anchorage, Alaska, signifying the upcoming spring season, featuring reindeer and dog races, as well as snow sculptures, which we actually got to capture last year for one of our videos.
That's nice.
Yeah, believe it or not, this winter has been so warm in Alaska, they had to import snow into Anchorage in order to host the event. That's a fact. As we move on
Alaska Mountain.
to the plant that we're gonna be comparing the other plant to, the Permanent Chimera number 21 crossed with the Orangecello. Yeah.
Oh, it's a battle.
It is, and by the way, I still do have some of these genetics available for purchase. If you're interested, my email is right below in the description of this video.
Come get you some.
So let's talk about the nose for both of these plants and the reason for me to breed them with the Orangecello. I found that both the PC21 and the Flying Hawaiian had a little bit of a skunky back nose. Not strong enough to be skunk strange, but noticeable. What caught my eye about these plants was more in the looks department, as both of the original plants we started with were extremely frosty. And lucky for you, we got footage of that on screen, the PC21 when we ran it synthetically.
That's all, Frost.
Facts, Alfred, all facts, followed by footage when we ran this organically.
Now that's Frosty, but a better structure.
And I agree with you, Alfred. Now let's take a look at the Flying Hawaiian when we ran it the same synthetically, right here.
No, her family's Frosty.
Yeah, both of these plants look crazy in real life. And footage of when we ran this organically as well for your viewing pleasure. Look at that. Now back to the results. And as you saw there, the cons were the nose when we first decided to breed with it. So we were hoping the Orangecello would impart some of those tangerine terps it has onto these plants, along with some size, while hopefully maintaining some of that frost that the original plants had. And given the outcome of what I see and what I smell, I do think we are in the correct path. As we move on.
My man really killed Winnie the Pooh.
It's Alaska, Alfred. I guess this is what we do. So I saw this dude walking around in Fur Rondy. Lots of people were walking around with full animals as clothing, but this particular one over here happened to be an artist.
Hey, fool! Bear.
His name is Ziggy. We got to talking. He got to telling me about where some of his art is located.
The plywood down there in front of the doorway of the bear paw place.
Bro, a bear!
Do you have social media? Or anything? Oh, website? Anything we could check you out at?
Well, you can look up Ziggy Vision.
Okay, Ziggy. I will check it out, man. Hey, man. That's really cool. I was just liking your outfit and everything you were doing, but I got lucky then. So I was with Dan with the gun, and he knew where some of these places were. So we started walking around and checking out some of that art. This particular sculpture is called The Walker, made out of street signs, and this is not Ziggy's.
What the fuck?
But that mural in the back is.
You couldn't get a little closer?
Oh, don't worry, Alfred. We got more Ziggy coming up as we move on to the second phenotype of the Flying Hawaiian cross with the Orangecello that we have going. As discussed before, we have 2 different seeds of each plant going just to see the variety. And I'm gonna tell you this right here before we even get to the second version of the PC21, that this plant out of the 4 that I'm comparing is the one that's impressing me the most. Lordy, look at that.
How does it feel?
Hey, yo, why you nibbling my face, son?
Motherfucker, you had an escape poster in your room.
Why you so shiny?
Mind your business. Don't make me.
Yo, this plant got it going on. And while most of these plants inherited that citrus nose note, this one right here came with that stank potency. Lordy! Yeah, man, look at the color it has, along with that frost development. Not too dissimilar to the last 2 plants that I've shown you. But out of those 4, this is the one with the most size. Some really nice top nug development, and that's with 1 or 2 weeks left to flower. The lower nugs for this phenotype are also pretty solid. And in my opinion, this is a great candidate for us to continue our breeding project with. We've already secured clones of all of these plants in the previous video.
Richie keeps at Dan's house. The clones. Allegedly.
Damn, bro. The next couple of weeks will determine which clones we keep and which we discard. And so far, the 3 plants that I've taken out have all been in peat media. All in 5-gallon fabric pots and all in this side of the tent. The final PC21 we're going to be checking out is actually being ran in Coco, and we'll check that out in just a second as we move on.
What up, Dan?
To showcasing some more of Ziggy's art. And you see, as I walked around, I realized Ziggy ain't new to the game. Some of these drawings been around for a while. This one specifically, as noted right under his signature, was done in 2004. That's 20 plus years ago.
Damn! Ziggy been spinning the block.
Facts. Onto the Coco tent. Kept the door like that just to remind myself and you, because I did get asked this. I do close my tents. I keep them closed. Only time I open them is when I'm recording, working on the plant, or admiring.
Why the side so so frosty, fam.
Right. It's like the Coco side is frostier. Actually, the Evanflow side is usually just a frostier side than the other. We're on this side of this tent, so we can take out the final plant out of the 4 that we're comparing. Now, we do have more plants to show you. This is just the final one out of the comparison. And that is the Coco Ran version of the Orangecello crossed with the PC21. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fam, hold on a second.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say, Alfred. I know.
Esa menina bochista de picture of Farico Papile. Hello! Did you know I was gonna say that?
I didn't. I didn't.
See, everybody just thinks they know what I'm gonna say.
I thought you were gonna say that this looks frostier than the other one.
You don't really know me. You don't know the real Alfred.
But yes, this might be frostier than the other one. So why isn't this my favorite out of the 3? I know it's hard to get on camera, but the nugs are developing a little airier than I would like them to be. The size of the top nugs seem to also be smaller than the other 3 plants. And while the middle nugs are fine, I would say even strong, the bottom ones are just too larfy for me. No purpling on this phenotype yet, and while the nose is very pleasant as well, I would say even a better nose than the PC21 ran in P. It just doesn't have the same potency as the Flying Hawaiian. Let's move on! By the way, played Monopoly with my cousin and his family this weekend. It's been a while since I did that. Didn't realize how long Monopoly takes. We were there for hours, dog. Hours. It was fun, man. So now, before we take the final look at Fur Rondy, let's take a look at this plant that we have upstairs in my room. This is the pollen donor for all of the crosses that we made and have for sale on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orangecello from Prism Labs. A female plant, the way we accomplish this is by spraying it with STS spray. This causes the plant to grow male parts instead of female parts while biologically remaining a female. The seeds that come out of these crosses are feminized seeds.
Like what happened to you when you hung up that escape poster?
Unlike the plant downstairs, this is only a week 6.5 of flower. It may look further along, that's just because it's a faster flowering strain. The nose and color is really what shines out of this plant. Deep purples that eventually almost turn into black. Those nugs end up getting pretty fat as well. Frost and density is what we're looking to add to that specific.
Now why is she wearing a wolf, man?
That's what I said. So, I had to stop and ask these people questions. I had to ask too.
You think she Frank Lucas?
No, but she is the owner of this shop over here, so perhaps she was the one outfitting all of these people with the fur.
No, she had all that, but missing that one thing.
What was she missing now?
She missed the apple bottom jeans with the boots with the
Really cool. All right, cool, man. Nice, thank you. Nice to meet you. All right, I'll check some of the stuff out. All right, I will. Matter of fact, I will. What's your? You have Instagram?
I do, but I don't use it very much.
Okay.
Everything I post on Instagram gets stolen.
Okay.
Photos get stolen, and then
That means you got good stuff, though.
Yeah.
All right. So then, what's your social media? Or where do you want people to?
Standard Furs on Facebook.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Day 50 flower on the Flying Hawaiian cross. My phone does all this frost no justice. It's just dripping.
Yeah, let's finish this video off with some footage of my genetics in the wild. These 3 clips come to us from Antonio, who has a motorcycle channel on YouTube, Mean Green Machine. Check him out.
Grandpa Cookies cross.
He's also running the Flying Hawaiian cross with Orangecello. That's the first clip we shown right here. This is the Grandpa's Cookies from Ito. Crossed, of course, with our Orangecello. Yeah.
He a better grower than you.
He could be. Listen, I don't call myself the greatest grower on the internet. That's not me.
Some humbleness, okay.
No. I'm the best kind of content creator ever. That's who I am. But listen, if you made it this far into the video, that must mean you must have liked something that you saw. So make sure you reflect that on the like buttons, on the comments, and on the shares. Appreciate you very much. Because of the YouTube rules, this channel cannot be monetized. So thanks to the Patreon and the people that purchase genetics from this channel. Very much appreciated. You guys keep me going. I'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed yourself very much. For making this one. I'll see you guys later.